Hello, Mr. Nyren here. Welcome back to Hyrule War Classic Ultimate. My sub-mod for Anda in Nephilim's mod, Hyrule War. It's based on the version released in December 2014. So we're playing as the Sheikah Cadre, or the female assassins of the Kingdom of Hyrule. We are using the Shadow stance. So in this campaign we have two stances we can choose from at all times in the beginning of each turn. Battle stance and the shadow stance. We are playing the shadow stance currently, which means we do not hold any settlements, and Kakariko is held by the Kingdom of Hyrule. We are controlling the heroes that we started with and the armies that we started with. We can hire mercenaries from all the areas of the map. We can hire Sheikah mercenaries in this area if we have a general here in the area of Kakariko, and we also get new armies at scripted events certain turns during the campaign. Kingdom of Hyrule is once again the overall strongest faction, and the Sora has the largest population still and the best production in the world. The Oocca has the best financial situation still, and the Odona province has the strongest military in the world. Okay. The game crashed at the end of the battle. I replayed the battle in real time and won it again. This time I lost the unit, however we won the battle, so I restored it after the battle. It went worse. I even had slight lag in the battle, but I didn't record the battle again. So the battle will still be seen as it were before the crash. Where I used the third person mode. I didn't use the third person mode in the battle just now when I replayed it. We have a Moblin diplomat here and a Suna dealer, so it's the diplomat of the Suna. Okay. Goma army inside of Odorn, no hero there. Goma. Okay, can move this unit. Gerudo have a general here, Derdoviel. Unknown general. Okay. The Moblins are still laying siege. Here have a Moblin army. The captain Hirnon hopefully won't attack. Already moved a spy. We're also looking at Korunbar of the Dark Legion here, being a general. King of Hyrule have diplomats outside, two of them. This general could be moved a bit. Okay. Here we had Kingdom Bongo. Had a spy somewhere too. Shriek a spy over here. Move spy into the areas of the Majora province and spy on them. Here we have Pentacle Co. held by them. They started with that area in the sub-mod. Older versions of the mod, I believe that this area was rebel held. It was given to the Majora to boost their strength. Valdovan is a general. Their army, a generic general, needed to be stronger when we have the Oocca and such. In the campaign also they always lost against the Gorons. Taken this area from the rebels in this campaign. Oh, the Husky's remnants are about to attack the Kokiri, and they have probably a huge army and probably led by Giant too. If you're no, they are not led by Giant. They have a huge army. We have the tree, Great Big Tree. We have some units. We are probably not enough in numbers to win there currently, so we won't attack. We let them attack. Stealths are far too strong there. Can't move that unit. Okay, so the Huskies might attack the Kokiri at the Dectris Grove, the capital of the Kokiri. Okay, we can't move anymore this time. We have a general. Dono, the Udona province. Okay, can move this unit. Move them back here. We have no areas here. We'll move them to this area. There should be regions here, held by the Moblins probably. Okay, let's end the turn. Moblins might attack this time, or the Huskies remnants. Angry at us, Sheikah, and they might attack Kire, Kasfed. So we have armies outside here. Right, we won't change the stance. If we're gonna change the stance, it will be around turn 91 until the tree has spawned. Accurate lore. Still it is seas, Lanair province and the river Sora. Okay. They were at war, yeah. Relations from the start. The relations improved. Probably has something to do with the fate. So we can't move past Kingdom of Bongo here. It's blocking our way. So instead I will move the unit outside of this area. They have their queen and some troops. Move the spy over here. Spy on their capital. So this is the capital of the Lanair province. They have the general Rutavalen here. Generic general and a huge army. We do not have Rutella there. We know that she is in the area conquered from rebel Gorons. Here we have a unique general idea, Lanair province. The bodyguard of Lanair soldiers, I believe. Okay, we continue to move this unit. Abysmal relations with the Sora because we have trespassed in their lands. They have nowhere they can attack us. Can attack our allies too. We won't have troops in this area, so you can see what the Goma is up to. They have vast armies. Relations worse and the Goma poor. Alright. Hylian is done there. Would like an alliance with the Order of the Visrobe. If I have a unit 2, we'll move it towards the Lithafos capital to see what's going on. We have King Sarosef, a unique hero of the River Sora here, their king, River Knight's bodyguard. He is over here, and the Kokiri are laying siege to the Lithafos capital, actually. Then we will join in, certainly send a unit of spies there. So it's General Pekaria, generic general, and an army laying siege. Inside of Fallen Prime we have the turtle Trinexx, Lord of Turtle Rock, one of their unique heroes. They're lacking a unique strat model. We have some troops. They also have access to the Volvagians from their capital. Just like the Garud have access to them from their capital too. Okay, so the Kokiri are likely to take the capital of the Lithafos. We'll also move a unit to aid Mido here and his army. If any chance they will attack their king here, the River Sora king. It's cool. He's a little bit big here. Yeah, it's bigger probably than he is on battle, but the Kokiri are a smaller faction. So he might look extra big because of the Kokiri. Yeah, he should probably be slightly smaller, but I won't change the models. I thought they're cool like that. Okay, we'll move one unit outside of this area. They have another Kokiri army laying siege to this area. We have General Bakalushut, the Lissalfoss. Take part in both of those battles. So the River Sora are neutral. They are monsters. We will attack. Couldn't attack this turn, okay. And we won't do it. Can't do it. I was gonna start a war there between the Kokiri and the River Sora. This unit can be moved back. We want to move here. Stalfos are holding Gubalvi. They've taken that from the Deku Scrubs. They're our main enemy in the campaign. Inside they have the undead Deku Scrubs and all Lore Masters. We'll stay there in case any of our allies invade there. The Deku area. In the middle of the Deku Kingdom they have another area down here, and then they have more areas up here. Some of them might be taken by the Husky's remnants. Here we have the Diplomat. We'll move the Diplomat back. Oh, the Husky's remnants are laying siege now. Move down a unit there so we can aid in the battle. They have a lot of units. All of their units. The Husky's Knights, the Husky's Warrior Cast, and the Husky's Priestess Cast. And they have the Mercenary, the Deku Monkeys, only available from their capital at Rongo, the Deku capital, held by rebels in the beginning. They have probably taken it. It should be located in the forest here somewhere, I believe. This area, held by them too. Might have taken the Deku capital as well. We let them attack. Okay, so the Husky's remnants have declared war on the Kokiri. Without resolve, we will easily win with the 3 here. I think we'll fight in real time. It's more fun, more fair to the enemy too. Okay. Move that unit there, so they will back up. Gorons if they are ever invaded. Need to move down some units into the forest. Fight the Huskers there. Stuck again. Order of the Visor units are really annoying. Okay. Might move down this unit too. Like some troops here next to their armies. Okay. Just more more fun to watch the battles in real time. Here we have a unit. Move it down here. Here we have Oocca, a moblin area that they started with. Here we have the General Sablen and an army. Okay, I have a Majora's Mask merchant here. And another new agent of the Majora faction. The Majora Mask without the tentacles. Thought it fit. Majora faction. Check out this area. Here we have accessibly, and I believe it was a moblin area held by undead moblins of the Stalfos faction in the beginning of the campaign. We have the General Palanon here of the moblins. They've taken it from the Stalfos, the undead Stalfos. Okay. The Stalfos had undead moblins in that area. It's been taken. They bordered Orduna province now. The moblins have withdrawn from Mesordona. There will be no battle there. Moblin diplomat here, female diplomat. A lot of Majora disciples, yeah. Kira are aggressive against the Lisselfos. Guy to the border, Tacoma. Seem to have Sulcaris inside, just one unit. Most likely Sulcaris, another hero, giant hero. Goma haven't gotten their strat models yet either, the new ones. I planned for them. Okay, let's end the turn. We have a battle at capital of the Lisselfos. They have a giant hero there. If we out-resolve, you will probably win the battle easily. Fight in real time. Leave the range units of the Kakiri will have a chance. The barricades can't really move into the city, that's the problem. We have a unit of, I don't know exactly what unit we have. We'll save the game here, as always before a battle. We will fight the battle. If it's CTD, we will probably lose a few minutes. See the sound, it's at 19. It's not too loud. Okay, we're ready. I'm adjusting my microphone here. Okay, so okay, it will have to be there. Where it's located right now. We will fight this battle. Army strength ratio 1, 2 in their favor. Fight the battle on the battle map. Need at least one battle in each episode, and real-time battle in, I believe, the 5th episode. I didn't plan on ending the other one. We'll start deployment. We can move to a different area. We're blockaded by this water here. We'd rather start here. We have an allied army in this battle. Kira army. Another one for allies. They're very numerous. They have Madmen of Faron. Children of the Forest. They are not really children, they are magical beings in the forms of children. They have the Kokiri barricades, really good defensive positions, just like the Goron Rams, the Goron bomb platforms, and the Labrina gunner posts. They do have, they are unable to move. Might be possible to move them forward with siege engines in some cases. I think that's possible. You can move them forward with the Madman mantlets, siege engines, I believe. Push them forward. They have a bunch of units here. We don't need to use the siege engines here. It's a settlement without a wall. Used by all the cities of the Lizard Force. It used to be the Farum Prime capital, and we are currently laying siege on the capital, so made sense. I think we will use the third person mod. Yes. Alright, we're in the game again. It failed. I am not controlling the general, but I can zoom in on the unit. It's fine. We'll watch our ally first, fight the battle. The area. We have a lot of troops. Problem is that they need to take down a giant unit. It would have been more difficult in how to resolve. They are really strong in how to resolve. We have Volvagans here too. Good, like catapults that can't be routed easily. Can break, but they are more difficult to route than normal catapults. We have the turtle here, Trinexx, Lord of Turtle Rock. It can shoot fire from a distance, and it can also fight in melee, just like King Dodongo. It has the same projectile, I believe, as King Dodongo. In lore, it can also use fire from this head and ice from this one. But in this game, you can only have one projectile and one melee attack, so it became a fire projectile. There were no ice projectiles in the mod, so it made sense to use the fire one. We have heavy infantry of the Lizard Force here. In this version of the mod, by the way, which is unreleased because I've done some changes since the latest release of July 31st, 2021. In this version, I've boosted the morale of all the Lizard Force units, so they should be able to hold better in this version. Of course, in the plaza they would have unlimited morale no matter what, but outside of the plaza they had really bad morale with all their units in the old version. So the Kokiri have started to move their troops. Of course, their melee troops can't do anything to the turtle. They should be able to handle everything else. Be able to move over here. Fast forward. Move into the settlement city. Okay, we slow down the game. Here we have the ally, their troops. They are sending up some of them. See Madman of Farron over there, some other troops over here. We move out of that view, zoom in on the minimap. I believe the turtle could be killed in melee too, so we'll win most likely. Yeah, the Kokiri are very numerous in the battle. The turtle can fire that beam. It didn't have the same beam as King Dodongo. It had a different beam. It had the same beam as old Hylian. It fit the beam of I believe the Zelda games, the fire beam, the flamethrower. Vanilla flamethrower, the Greek flamethrowers, I believe. Now they are in a melee against cavalry here, stuff. I think we have killed every other unit. We will attack with the Sheikah. I think we will win this as long as we can take out the turtle. Trinexx, Lord of Turtle Rock. We're moving up with the Sheikah troops. right alongside our ally. There we can see the enemy. We will lose formation as we don't want them to kill all of us. Like that. Jesus Christ. Earth shakes when the turtle fired its beam. Changed the projectile of Hylian, by the way, so she no longer has that projectile, but it fit the turtle perfectly. I believe I gave Hylian the same beam as another unit. The shadow glows fit better. Her videos more powerful. Shit. The turtle could win if we fail to take it out. If it can't be defeated in melee, then we need to use range units to take it out. Kire will lose if they do not use range units. If that's the case, some of the guys are immortal against the infantry, but I believe this one should be possible to take it out in melee. Could be wrong. Here are an ally, Sheikah. We don't know if we can defeat that creature. We'll try to take it out with Sheikah. Captain. You're a bit too far away from the giant. In my opinion. Probably kill everyone else. 98%, 19%. Turtle here. It's really blooded. I believe it can fire at the same time while it's fighting in melee. Surrounded by the Kokiri. We've lost a few of our troops. We had 31 in the beginning, I believe. We have 25 now. So I want to be captain again. This is a unique hero in general of the Listen Foss. If it dies, they do not have any more of this one. It's a unique hero. Added in the submod. I believe the files for it, the model was in files but wasn't in use. It was never added by Andy Nephilim. I used elephant animations for it. It's blooded, so I think we could win. It would be possible to kill it. We'll need a strat model. It's the only bothersome one we need to do for the Listen Foss. It will be similar to the Kingdom of Bongo one and the Saya one. Saya is a hero of the fairies of the town. Okay. It has 3 heads, 1 stone head and 2 magical heads. I wonder if it's the Kokiri unit's blood. It has it's stained with the blood of the Kokiri probably. It's a pretty strong unit. Killed 98% of the Lethal Foss here. Yeah, it's very hardy. It has a lot of hit points. It can take before dying, like any of the other giants. Should be taken out by ranged units. I think it could die in melee. I'm not sure it will. Might be able to kill the Kokiri and the Sheikah. I believe it's not as strong as some of the other giants. It's a smaller giant. But the same in size as an elephant, slightly smaller. Right. Giants like this would crash on Windows 10 if we are not using the Cliva Tutor or Engine Overflow tool or MTTV tool. But on Windows 7 he works fine. Without using the tool. Shit, he fired his beam again. Fire beam. Cast the Kokiri to route here. Some of the Sheikah. They entered melee now. By the way, the first episode of my Italian Empire campaign in Total War 1942 for Rome to War and Rome to War Barbarian Invasion is almost finished. It's a video at 3 hours 34 minutes. It became very long. Most of the time I'm spending on the map, building up. I moved all the armies to mainland Italy and abandoned the areas in Africa and in Eastern Europe, and still have the areas in Eastern Europe, but they are very badly defended. Will easily fall to the Soviet Union if they attack, but they haven't attacked for some reason. In Africa I've lost the areas multiple times to the British, but the British Empire or the British Commonwealth of Nations, the name in the game, but it constantly revolts to the Italians. I constantly lose it over and over again. And I've moved most armies to Italy, as I said, and I'm building up the defenses there, bordering Vichy France and Germany, also known as the Third Reich in that mod, the German Reich. Yeah, the goal is to build up the armies and recruit more troops and make myself strong enough to be able to resist an invasion by Vichy France or Germany. But unfortunately I forgot to change the size of units to large. In the United States campaign I'm using large unit size. I'm using huge with the Italian Empire. It worked fine when using tanks in cities and mechanized units, but infantry usually won't work fine. If they already start in the city I can use them, but I believe it's hard to move in if you invade. So I don't know how the campaign will end now. Might end badly if we can't use infantry troops in sieges. I believe the AI can use them though. Maybe the solution is to just let the AI control the units, the infantry units in siege battles. But the game is also more likely to crash when we have that many units in a custom city, so I'm not too happy that I played on huge size. I should have used large size. I thought it was automatically on large size, because I had large with the United States campaign. But it would seem that if I loaded the United States campaign, it's already set on large. But if I start a new campaign, it's set on huge, because I have a huge on in the options for custom battle. So I should have changed that. Unfortunately, I didn't do it. Since we are losing, we'll have 2 units remaining. We lost the captain, we'll retreat with our 2 units. That guy. there, so he won't fire at us. His projectile. Stay here. Can win through the timer if you're lucky. You don't need to kill Trinexx, Lord of Turtle Rock. He doesn't return in time, but we need to wait 7 minutes 27 seconds. I believe I increased the timer to 21 minutes. You need to hold the center for 21 minutes to win. That's new for this version of the game. It's not in the released version, I believe. I changed that because I think an enemy won by taking the plus and holding it for 2 minutes, I believe, or 3 minutes. 2 or 3 minutes. And it was bad. I wanted them to not win that easily, so I increased the timer. I need to hold it to 21 minutes, just like in World War. The Italian Empire campaign video has almost finished after more than 6 hours of processing in Filmora. I will upload it later today. Probably I will upload it after the video prior to this one for Hyrule, but before this one is still being created. So the turtle killed a lot of the Kokiri. We lost 34% and they lost 98%. If it weren't for the turtle we would have won long ago. But the turtle has killed most of the infantry. It might actually return to the plaza before we can win through the timer, and then it might kill the rest of the troops here. We have slingshots here, but they don't seem to be firing their slingshots towards the enemy. They need a clear sight of the enemy, I believe. Hopefully they will be able to keep the turtle busy here for 5 minutes 36 seconds. Maybe not, we'll see. Kill a lot of the troops that we would have lost if we had auto-resolved. Giants always win in auto-resolves unless they face other giants. Or unless we use the cheat, auto-win cheat, which we don't want to use. So we had no choice but to fight in real time. Hopefully the game won't crash when we have lost or won the battle. If it City D or Crash to Desktop, we will use auto-win it if we had won. Now, no, the giant is returning to the plaza. We'll send our spies there. Try to stop the unit. Oh shit, it fired its projectile again. Trying to keep it busy for 2 minutes 24 seconds, but we lost already. We lost our unit, not good. Killed all the Sheikah spies. Now it's firing on the Kokiri. Hopefully it will stay there and fire, so we will win through the timer. But, and then we will restore some of the Sheikah spies after the battle, but if it returns in my lead into the plaza, then we will lose the battle probably. He is killing a lot of the Kokiri troops here. It's a good projectile. Same projectile that the Goma siege engines of the Goma are using. So 3 minutes 8 seconds remaining until we win. Two pieces. He will just fire that projectile. There's some troops over here to Here detachment light infantry that the turtle decided to ignore in favor of the units at the center. If he moves in person, we will lose probably the battle. That will reset the timer at 21 minutes. It would be bad. He's standing slightly in the air because the model was probably rigged for the elephant animation. Probably it was intended for a custom animation. I didn't know which one. So that's why it's standing in the air. I used the vanilla elephant animations here. It didn't work properly. I can't know another unit. I believe the Kingdom of Bongo unit used the same elephant animations and it looked better. So this unit wasn't in use, so the model, I mean. That's why it's not perfect, and I used the elephant animations, the same that the Kingdom of Bongo was using, I believe. Okay, 1 minute 41 seconds remaining. Could defeat him by winning through the timer. Usually I think winning through the timer is cheating, but against Giants I'm willing to do that. Especially if I waited for 21 minutes. AI might be stupid enough not to move in the Giant in time and try to win by using the projectile instead. Then it would need to... the turtle would need to kill all of the enemy Kira troops before it can be in. Oh, it moved down. Maybe it had no ammunition left. This is one out of 2 giant units of the Lizalfos. They also have the dragon, Beers of Mother of Tyrants, but unlike this giant, the dragon is a 4.6 model, so it's too heavy. The engine, unless I load the model through a tool when doing the strat model, I mean. So if I made a strat model out of the 4.6 model, it would crash on the campaign map, unless I lower the polygon count of the model, the vertex count. With this model, however, it will work fine. We'll win in 19 seconds, so I believe we'll win this battle against the turtle. We'll not die, but we'll take the plaza. We'll win anyway. I won against Fee in the Kingdom of Hyrule campaign too, using the same method, but back then I just had to wait for 2 minutes. So we could continue, then they will win, but we will end the battle here. So we won the battle, clear victory. Trinexx, Lord of Turtle Rock, killed 1176 of our troops, including our unit. We'll restore some of them probably. Okay, let's end the battle. That general has L. That's why we will be able to. This one here is Salenberg, one of the heroes of the Dark Knight Legion. Their leader, their official leader at least, the Dark Knight leader. Then they have, of course, Vati as the unofficial leader of the faction. Vati is the Dark Knight. We have another battle against the Lizalfos over here, and their general Bagdadoshet. And they have a general here, Access Hassello too. One of their generals, might be this general, caused a crash every time we won against him in the field as the Kingdom of Hyrule. If that's the case, the game will crash if we win the battle in real time. We'll save the game here, so we don't have to replay the battle against Trinexx. Because we were just lucky that we managed to wait for that long. So by saving we won't have to replay it, but if this game will crash after the battle, we will lose the final 5 or so minutes of the battle. Okay, armor strength ratio 9-8 in our favor. We have an allied Kokiri army, but no general. We won't be able to use the Kokiri barricade in the battle neither. Okay, we'll fight this battle too. It's the same kind of settlement. Even a mountain travel to ice, Kingdom of Bongo. This is Lardo. She spawned for the Lana Europe province. The battle could crash already. He didn't. Good. Let's start the deployment. control the general, but we can't zoom in on it. Good. Might control there actually, general in battle. We can control the allied general. Try to control our general, but it's not possible. Refuses to change. Focus. Maybe we can control the enemy general too. The enemy general. Think so. Alright. So the Kokiri will invade. They have some units of deck trees with Kokiri, like Kokiri slingshots riding the trees. I believe they will be invisible if you use the M2DVP tool, because they are a horse chariot unit. Work here because I'm using the AI bat file. You can't use it with Windows 10, because then the giant general will crash in battle immediately when you start it, including Fee and Girahim. They are not giants in battle. They will still crash on Windows 10. Kokiri army has reached this area. This time the Lisbos didn't have a giant hero, so they will probably lose the battle. Normal. They have some units here. They have the Dinalfos footmen, regular infantry, the Lisbos. They have the Akisaki song sayers. Might be the bodyguard, one of their generals. Or they have Dinalfos bodyguards. Actually, I think they have Dinalfos bodyguards. Okay. Okay. Here I've reached this area. They're broken with this unit of Kokiri detachments. I believe the militia of the Kokiri. Here we have more Kokiri arriving. Kokiri Minutemen. I don't know if it's the Minutemen or the detachment. It is the militia, but I think it's the detachment. Their troops. We lost one of their generals, Bakalushut. You'll attack the Songsayers, the Sheikah. Started a bit outside. We'll fast forward. We'll speed up the marching into the settlement. Already lost 39%, we lost 18%. We're almost at center now. The battle is raging. We have a bodyguard of truth bearers here, one of the better bodyguards of Sheikah. Same bodyguard of Impa, Stage of Shadows. Okay. This is the captain again. We have a different bodyguard. Much better bodyguard. Truth bearers, pretty good infantry. 3 soldiers in a unit. Okay. We are fighting the Gisakos, or Songsayers of the Lizardfoss. They're the same unit as the bodyguard of their queen. We're using an infantry unit that can chant. So all their units have been boosted. All their units have better morale now. They are fighting in their settlement, so they have way better morale. And also they have unlimited morale in the plaza. Outside they would have better morale than in previous versions of the mod, including the release. They haven't released this version. They haven't done enough changes. They changed some stats of certain units. Remove the speed mod from the Labrina Grenadiers. So they were using the same stats as the Solners of the Twilight faction. They didn't like that they could run as fast as the Sol Nurses, so they removed that. Added it to the tanks to make them move faster. Okay. I needed to adjust the microphone again. They're using the third person mode now, but it didn't work perfectly. You can zoom in on the unit, but we are not controlling the general here in third person. Instead we will be controlling the allied general. I didn't bother. By using the third person mode, the general of the Kiri won't move, I believe. There is a standard side which is good for them. Our general is pretty strong. They're not immortal, but they are strong and few in numbers. The enemy has way more troops. The troop bearers are an elite unit of the Sheikah Cadre. I named the Sheikah here and Sheikah Cadre in the other verse. Oh, we are backed up by our ally, Kiri. They're very numerous. They're Minutemen. They're both men and women in their unit. Beyond the Sheikah females. Our units. They're Hylian females, I believe. Pure-blooded Hylians. Ancient breed of Hylians. We have some Dinalfos footmen. We have won the bat in the center. Probably won the bat now. Okay, we won the battle. Okay. Clear victory, battle results. Captain Imga Lake of the Sheikah had 38. 38, not 31. Truth bearers, we lost 12. 36 remaining, we killed 125 of the enemy. Captain Dolaria of the Kiri had 1058 Kiri, they lost 300. They have 758 remaining, killed 312 of the enemy, and the General Baccalaureate of the Lizardfoss had 445. Lizardfoss troops lost 445, 0 remaining, and enemies killed 331. Actually, I think we will end the recording here, and I will see you on the map. The reason we will end here because there is a chance the game will crash after the battle, and if it crashes, the Bandicam recorder will lose the latest 5 minutes we have recorded. So in case I don't want to lose anything from the battle, I need to end the recording here. So we'll continue with a new episode, I believe, on the map. So we'll end this episode at the end of this battle. But thank you for watching. If the game crashes, we will have to how to win it. It might be the general. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.